Add volume and surface area of cylinders into our circle book. So again, you want to draw in a cylinder. I like to write that this is cylinders. If you draw them in, you might not need to write them, but I just want to remember where things are quickly. Draw my circle, draw 2 lines down, draw my arc, dotted line. Know I'm looking for the radius and the height. Okay, so first I've got surface area. And surface area is like if I took something and wrapped it perfectly in paper. So it's like I covered this circle, I covered this whole part, I covered the circle at the bottom just perfectly so you couldn't see anything. Okay, surface area. Now, if we look, you don't have to write this part down, but I just want you guys to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. So if I unrolled all the paper, I would have a circle, I would have a rectangle, and I would have a circle, right? What's the area of circles? You guys remember? Pi r squared. That's the area of a circle. So I've got 2 of them. Now, this right here would be the height, correct? Here's the harder part. What's this length going to be?
Width.
It is the width. But could I put it in either in terms of h or r?
R.
Okay, because if I wrapped this around the circle, this circle and this length would be the same, correct? So how do I find this around the circle? What is that called? Circumference. And what's the equation for circumference? 2 pi r, right? So if we put all this together, we have 2 pi r times h, okay, plus, how many of these circles do I have again?
2.
So 2 pi r squared, because I have 2 circles. Does that make sense where I got that from? Okay, now we're going to talk about volume. Yes, this is formula right here you need to have down. So here is my volume. So I've got my other circle. I know that right here is r. I know that this is height. Okay, so I like to kind of use this as an example. So here's my cylinder. Okay, if I want to find the volume, how much I can fit inside this, hopefully a cleaner one than this one is, how am I going to do that? How am I going to figure out volume? What do you think you're going to need to know? If I want to figure out how much I can fit inside this, what part do you think you're going to need to know? How tall it is. So you definitely need the height. What else? So you're going to need the area of a circle. So if I have the area of the circle and I have height, if I found the area of just this circle right here and then stacked it as high as the height was, would that give me the volume? So we can just do pi r squared times h. That's the volume. So we have volume, we have surface area. Okay, I'm going to do an example on the front and the back, so I'm going to do one of each. So I'm going to look at number 4 on your homework.
On number 1 is a 5 or a 6.
One's a 5, one's a 6. 6 is the radius.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we're looking at number 4. First of all, we're going to find the surface area. The front of this paper is all surface area. The back is all volume. Yep. So first, let's classify these. What is the height for number 4? 10. Now remember, height doesn't necessarily mean, like, if I took this cylinder and I turned it on its side, this is still the height, the distance between the two bases. So my height is 10. What's my radius? 2. And if I had a whole line across here, how would I find the radius?
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2. Good. So I'm going to find surface area. So I'm going to go 2 pi 2 times height plus 2 pi 10 squared. So I'm going to put that in my calculator. I like to put it all at once. It's quicker. 2 pi 2 times 10 plus 2 pi 10 squared, I get 753.98 inches. What am I going to put? Squared. Area is always squared. Questions about that? Okay, let's turn it over and look at volume. So we're going to do number 10 for volume. Okay. So again, let's list the radius and the height because we know we have to use that every time. What's the radius for this one?
5,
What's the height?
11.
11, even though it's on its side, right? Okay. And the equation for volume is pi r squared height. So we're going to go pi 5 squared times 11, and we can just put that all on our calculator at once. And we get 863.94 centimeters. What?
Squared.
Squared is for area, and this is volume, cubed. I like to think of volume as how much I fill up inside something. So remember that's like 3D. So volume, 3D, put a 3 at the end. Okay? Any other questions about this? It should be pretty simple. As long as you have these formulas, it's just plugging them in. Okay? All right, the rest is homework. All 12 of these are homework, so you should have all of it done.